Hello and welcome to the first webinar in 12D's 2017 Industry Solutions webinar series. My name is Lisa Stewart and I'm the Marketing and Communications Coordinator here at 12D Solutions. Our Industry Solutions webinars are designed to provide insights into overcoming challenges in an evolving industry in more effective and efficient ways. We'll continue to run these webinars regularly this year, as we did last year, and record them for posting on our YouTube channel and our website. Our first 19 webinars from this Industry Solutions series, as well as the first 18 webinars from our training series, are available online if you missed those. During this live presentation, you can type your questions along the way. We'll put up a demo of that on the screen in just a moment. We'll answer as many as we can throughout the webinar, and if there's time at the end, we'll read out some to the presenter for his insights. Today's webinar is something a little different. A live customer story presented by Steve Hodgson, Director of LD Eng, a forward-thinking 12D client. Steve has 16 years of experience in the land development projects in Victoria. LD Eng was established in mid-2015 and has grown to 13 employees with projects all over Melbourne. In this webinar, Steve will demonstrate how LD Eng gained ISO 9001-2015 accreditation by implementing 12D Synergy. Over to you, Steve.
Thanks, Lisa. Hi, everyone. We've been working with 12D now since we started, basically. We started up 18 months ago. And a couple of us come from different organisations that use 12D model but hadn't used Synergy, so we thought it was a good idea to set up our business using this. So effectively we use Synergy to manage all of our business and design data, and then we also use it to control our QA system. And then one of the big pluses for us is to work remotely. So today we'll just go through some of those issues. So managing our business with 12D Synergy, we set up our different areas of our corporate side just in folders as a project in 12D. We find that lets us document everything, keep things in certain places, and lets us manage our day-to-day running of the business as well as our projects. We also set up all of our 12D and CAD environments as projects within Synergy as well. And then we also have our new projects that are created using the template project, which we can control and then push out to everyone when they start a new project. With our ISO 9001 being a new business, it was pretty hard to sort of get that accreditation up early when we didn't have any live projects or projects that were sort of in the early days. So providing the evidence of our document control system was a pretty key area that needed to be covered. With Synergy, we use that through a couple of different ways. We actually use the permissions, which allows us to set permissions to certain members of the business without who have control over those documents, and then using the 12D revision and system, we can actually track and monitor all of those documents. So we prepare everything in a working directory, and then it gets signed off and checked, and then moves forward into a controlled documents directory where we record the revision. One of the best things that comes through with our ISO 9001 audit was the ability to track all of our files. So each file has the history listed. You can go back and see who edited what when. It's become a second nature now to check documents back in and put your little change description on there. Really helps you follow through. One of the issues we found though was the attributes. There's a 12D version of the file, which is basically any time you check in and check out, but that's not necessarily the revision of the job or the sheet. So we've added an extra attribute in there, which has let us have effectively a published date or a revision date, which is better to control for the QA system. So we can then publish a revision whilst still being able to look at the history of each of the documents and keep the Synergy version numbers. One of the biggest advantages we found is a project template. So we've set up a whole project that we use as a template, and then everything comes through. So all of our AutoCAD drawing names, all of our drainage, sewer schedules, all of our other Excel documents, all come through into the project when we start up. Because we use the naming rules, all the AutoCAD drawings are automatically updated. So you see on there where it says dollar project number dollar, that then gets turned into the project number when the AutoCAD drawings are set up. And because it's already set up in a template and linking, all the data links between CAD and Excel are automatically set up as well. And that lets us basically start a fresh project and have everything set up ready to go. All we have to do is start drawing pictures. Another thing that we've developed a fair bit is the custom attributes. You can see up there we've got 54, which is a fair bit for a project, but that's all of our info, including clients and project managers and all the authorities that we deal with. And then we've actually got all those running through all of our letters, Excel, CAD, all our QA docs. So any letter we send out to our clients or council or so forth are already filled out. We just run the refresh attributes and it loads in. These ones are all based on a whole project or a whole stage. So we actually run a master project or a parent project and then have a stage for each one. I think that's probably saved us a fair bit of time in a lot of our day-to-day document preparation. And because you can bring it into all the CAD files and so forth, it's come in really handy. One of the other key things is being able to work off-site. Because we've only a small team of 12 or 13 people, a lot of people have got kids at home that they need to look after, or sometimes Melbourne traffic's terrible. So yeah, being able to work from home has been really great. We're not using a VPN. We just go direct into our server, which makes everything a lot quicker, even though like a lot of the times we'll check in stuff at work and then go and work on it at home and check it back in, but even checking in over the internet's not too bad. So we could use all of our AutoCAD lists and all of our 12D environment and so forth. We've set up a thing called a manual data sync, and what that does is allows us to copy all of our apps directory to our desktop, and that gives us the latest 12D environment, the latest AutoCAD environment that's on Synergy, but copied to our desktop so we can use it wherever we need to. So it's a really good way of when we push out updates for any system stuff that we've improved or changed, everyone just gets that automatically. We don't have to actually push out any updates ourselves. It's just, it all syncs up. So even though it does say manual data sync, we've automated that. One of the other really good things that we've had is really good response from the 12D Synergy forums. We've had plenty of questions and probably hassled the guys on there a fair bit, but they've always been really good at helping us along. We had, yeah, as I said there, we had a couple of hiccups along the way with our X-refing, but there's a tool that's been developed called the Find Reference tool, and that's been really good. So when we actually switched over from just normal Windows Explorer system to 12D Synergy, switching over a job to that and running the Find References tool sorts out all the X-refing in AutoCAD for you, so you don't have to go and repath everything. So that was a really good tool, especially when you're transferring over a job that's probably had 10 stages and about 300 drawings. So that was really handy. The forum also lets you suggest a whole bunch of improvements, and the guys will actually respond to you fairly quickly and let you know where you whether your improvement's been suggested by someone else or when it's going to come out or all that sort of stuff. So in summary, we tend to use 12D Synergy more for our whole business instead of just the 12D model data. It's really good for that. I thought wasn't much point talking about that sort of stuff today because most people would know how it works with 12D model data. But but being able to apply it to your document management system and your whole system is really good. The project templates speed us up. So we start a project, we don't even have to have an engineer start a project, we can have an admin person start the project, and we get all of our CAD drawings and templates and files already set up. And the attributes at both the project level and document level save us a fair bit of time in setting everything up. It just saves typing, saves developing documents. It's all there ready to go. And then, yeah, our flexibility to work from home or work from anywhere helps our guys balance the work and family life and makes it a lot easier to get things done. So it was a very quick one and it's a bit of a quick overview, but if anyone has any questions.
Wonderful. Thanks for that, Steve. I'm just going to throw you just a couple of questions here. So we had one through from the audience. John in Brisbane would like to know a bit more about your time savings on a daily basis. Like, I guess it's hard to put a number on that, but I think he's mainly asking sort of how it is that you save time with these processes.
It's bits and pieces here and there. So like when you create a new document, you load it in, all you do is hit refresh attributes and all the stuff that you would normally fill out, like your client name or address or project number or anything like that, all gets filled out. It saves a bit of time there. The major time savings actually in the project startup, so because we're able to get all the QA documents into the project, all the CAD drawings and everything else, you pretty much, as soon as you start a project, you've got an instant set of drawings already set up, instant set of documents, so that saves a fair bit of time on each project. And then, being able to sort of hit the ground running as soon as the project starts up is pretty handy.
Sure. Okay. No, that sounds really great. And look, I've got one too, actually, while we're here. I would like to know, what do you think is the greatest benefit for you? What's been the greatest benefit in implementing 12D Synergy?
I think being able to have the control over it. So being able to set up stuff sort of almost in a controlled offline environment and then through the permissions and so forth, pushing it out to everyone to be able to use is really simple. Like, I've worked in systems before where we sort of had to have a complete whole other testing system in the background and then push everything out to everyone wasn't great. Whereas this one we can sort of test in the background, but then all we're doing is really linking files or moving files. Sure. And that helps us to just basically everyone gets it instantly with that manual data sync. That pushes out any changes we make to those certain directories, and anyone can actually get those changes updated. So new versions of AutoCAD with templates and tool palettes and all that sort of stuff just pump out easily. And then same thing with 12D, new versions of that with new library files and menus and customized menus and so forth. We just basically update in that environment and it punches out to everyone else instantly instead of having to go around and put things on people's computers.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Stephen. Thank you very much for sharing with us all today. The recording of this webinar will be available in coming days through our website and our YouTube channel. Our next two Industry Solutions webinars will be 12D Synergy Connectors on the 14th of March and on a different track, Dynamic Water Supply on the 31st of March. We've also got some more great training topics coming up, so keep an eye on our website for those, and we'll keep you posted through email and social media. If you need to contact us in the meantime, our details are on the screen now. That concludes our presentation for today. Thank you everyone for attending, and we hope to see you at future webinars.